Through the Span of Life, Human Development, Cognizance, and Product Marketing by yours truly, Damon Irvin. The applied theory for my 4 stages is Freud's psychoanalytical theory, which is part of the personality about which a person is unaware, containing infantile wishes, desires, demands, and needs that are hidden from conscious awareness because of their disturbing nature. These 3 points are the id, which is primitive drives, the pleasure principle, ego, buffer between the world and id, the reality principle, and the superego, which is a person's conscience, or right versus wrong. Behavior modification. A formal technique for promoting the frequency of desirable behaviors and decreasing the incidence of unwanted ones. Operant conditioning, and this is a big one. A form of learning in which a voluntary response is strengthened or weakened by its association with positive or negative consequences. Another big one used in these commercials is social cognitive learning theory, which emphasizes learning by observing the behavior of another person, called a model. And then we have Piaget's theory of cognitive development, which states that all people pass through a fixed sequence of universal stages of cognitive development. So let's begin. Middle childhood, ages 6 through 12. In these age groups, they like to behave more off of the id, which, if you remember, is primitive desires, the pleasure principle. A lot of children want to gain something or appear to be something, which then behavior modification. Couple points. It's fun, creative, bright colored, musical, and media relevant. Operant conditioning. Friends can and will play alongside with these products, which are the greatest thing ever. Social cognitive learning theory. Peers utilizing and enjoying the product in multiples. So these aren't loaner toys. Pre-operational stage and concrete operational stage. So the pre-operational stage, kids aren't able to comprehend abstract thought very much. I mean, they have an imagination, but even though their imaginations may be tickled with some of these videos, most of these products are displayed in very literal fashion. They show exactly what's being done, how it's being done, and then there is some aspect of the concrete operational stage where it's kind of abstract thought, lets them kind of fill in the pieces as to how their perception of having and or using this product will be. And if you have a problem seeing the video, I have the link just below it. And you can type that and look it up. Let's take a peek. Let's start over here.
New My Little Pony Pop Ponies in Princess Twilight Sparkle Kingdom. Each kit sold separately and comes with 1 or 2 ponies. Adult supervision required.
Where can you find the craziest pets?
The Ugly's Pet Shop.
You can collect as many pets as you can get.
The Ugly's Pet Shop. Some are sticky and some
Catchy tunes.
Boxers, beagles, so much to choose.
Can you find the rare ones, limited edition?
Ooh, limited edition.
Surprise clues. There's 101 pets you can collect. And you can pick them up today.
The Ugly's Pet Shop. The Ugly's Pet Shop.
The Ugly's Pet Shop.
From Character.
New from Lego City. In space, the satellite is malfunctioning. Send up the powerful space shuttle. Hey! Build the shuttle. Place the new satellite and prepare.
There we go.
Please, anytime, any place, and sideways too. Your kids can amaze their friends with the free spinning handlebars, 360 spins, and insane tricks. Just twist the wide flicker lift for blazing fast speed. It could be the most exciting ride of the year. Log on to wideflicker.co.uk to learn more about the Wide Flicker lift for $99.99. Order now.
So, paint maker, you make green?
With the Crayola paint maker, just mix and shake.
Low-cell green, boom. Match this. Bigfoot purple.
Here's a funny one.
Hey, Carly, sounds like clarinet ain't your thing.
Well, listen up.
Ditch that giant flute. You're gonna learn drums.
What would you like on your sandwiches, love? More bread.
Oh, yeah, drums. Make it stop. Back to school. That's so not cool.
Wrong, mister. Let me hear you say yeah. You'll be like, sup, school. You're gonna smash it at sports. And teach maths a lesson.
And you're gonna learn history.
Nah, you're gonna make history.
So here's a little breakdown. Freud's psychoanalytical theory, the commercial play towards the desires of children with concepts of exploration, creativity, popularity, and fun. Behavior modification creates an image that children love to play with toys like the ones shown, or wear the clothes like we saw in those last two. Operant conditioning shows that obtaining these items will create a fun, rich environment for friends, suggests that having the product will make you cool or amazing, and help you get more friends. Social cognitive learning theory, the utilization of age-appropriate kids, shows the ability of the target group to utilize these products to mass effect. So you get to see kids your age doing special things with the product, which would lead a kid to believe that that's what they can do. And then Piaget's theory of cognitive development, as we already discussed, there is the little bit of the abstract, but it's more appeals to imagination rather than a thought. And it's very literal. Adolescence, age 12 to 18. Developing the ego. There is some superego played on in this commercial, right versus wrong, but it's not really aimed at right versus wrong, all except for the bully thing, which you can see in the title. Behavior modification. The goal is a reduction in tobacco use. Operant conditioning, weakening of desires due to negative implications. Social cognitive learning theory uses peers, instances, and lingo with a model of example. Concrete operational stage. Ability of abstract thought, can think hypothetically and comprehend things like justice against bullies, which we will watch.
Hey, buddy, let's take a little walk. When I say go outside, we go outside. When I say fork it over, you fork it over. Hey, when I say pause the movie, we pause the movie. Come on, big boy. Pucker up.
Cigarettes are bullies. Don't let tobacco control you.
All right. So this commercial plays on the id and superego by making it seem like desires and wants can't be met while they are doing something that is wrong and gross. Behavior modification. The goal is to reduce the number of teenage smokers. Operant conditioning. The image of smoking is put in a bad light to reduce the desires to partake. And then the social cognitive learning theory. By showing teens in their daily world of school and friends being interrupted by a nasty bully, the teens see a model of what not to be. And then Piaget's theory of cognitive development. This fictional representation is a non-literal abstract representation that is comprehensible by individuals in this age group. Now again, this is more of an idea, and it's not really selling a product, but it's selling more of a lifestyle. Better get that plugged in. It's selling more of a lifestyle that is good. Right? To suggest that the lifestyle of being a smoker is not good. Alright, middle adulthood, ages 40 to 60. Regularly exhibiting control and action with an ego with some superego. Behavior modification, goal of increasing preparedness for retirement. Operant conditioning, strengthening in the voluntary act of saving. Social cognitive learning theory, peer models help create a realistic situation and non-offensive reactions. In the formal operational stage, ability for abstract thought and use of tools like science. Let's take a peek.
Prudential asked these couples, how much money do you think you'll need in retirement?
I have no idea.
More than I want to think about. Choose wisely, everyone.
No cheating, no cheating.
Then we found out how many years that money would last them.
How did this happen?
Do you think we'll keep...
Oh, stop. Oh, you're going to leave me back here at year 9? Oh, no.
Oh. It turned out a lot of people fell short of even the average length of retirement.
We have to think about not when we expect to live to, but when we could live to.
We have to do something now to make sure we're set for then.
Let's plan for income that lasts all our years of retirement.
Prudential, bring your challenges.
Psychoanalytical theory. Ego is the compromising points utilized to show rationale for saving through their services. This also appeals to the id. So, they want you to use the reality principle to show that if you want to have things that you want and want to have a successful retirement, you need to be prepared. The commercial tries to show that most people are not prepared for retirement, and that could be the viewer if they were not to employ the services being marketed. Now, Prudential is not the only people that help with retirement planning and investing, but they're trying to make it seem like they're the best at it. They want you to go to them for this idea. Operant conditioning, reinforcement of investment planning to produce a socially accepted perception of retirement. So most of these people did not even make it to the average entire retirement, and that was pretty much the most common thing that happened. Either people went fairly well beyond, or they did not even make it. I don't think anybody stopped exactly on what an average retirement is. Social cognitive learning theory. The commercial uses peers to show that retirement is something that is easy to underprepare for, and many of the models used were. As I said, most of these people, when they put in what they thought they needed to fulfill an average retirement, they fell short, except for the one guy that made it. Who knows how far he could have kept walking. And then Piaget's theory of cognitive development. This abstract example of underpreparedness is comprehensible by individuals in this age group, shows the situation with scientific rationale rather than opinionated observation. So, not only do they appeal to the humility of understanding that a lot of people are not prepared, nor do they know how to be prepared for retirement, but it shows it in a cool, interactive, scientific manner that people can understand. They made it seem, they almost made it like a trial run of retirement to see if you would make it. And the suggestion that so many people did not make it would cause the consumer to question whether they understand what they need for the length of their retirement. And that's what they're playing at with this commercial. Right. Late adulthood, 60 plus. Balance between ego and id. Behavior modification. Utilization of the product to, in fact, increase desirable outcomes and decrease the non-desirable ones. Kind of the definition of behavior modification. Operant conditioning, strengthening of a voluntary response to financial difficulty. Social cognitive learning theory, use of a prominent cultural model assuring the reality of a common situation. Tom Selleck, he's a star. If he's talking about it, it must be a very common problem. At least that's what they want you to think anyway. Former operational stage, ability of abstract thought and problem solving through a lifetime of compounded knowledge. Let's see what AAG has to say. See what they're selling.
I know what you're thinking. I thought what you thought. Some things are just too good to be true. Just like you, I thought that reverse mortgages had to have some kind of catch. Just a way for the banks to get your house, right? Well, then I did some homework, and I found out it's not any of that. It's not another way for the bank to get your house, and it's also not too good to be true. A reverse mortgage loan is a simple idea, really. You turn your home's equity into cash, and you pay it back when you leave the house. Most people use the money to pay off their existing mortgage or pay some bills, cover medical costs, even update their home. And, just as importantly, you still own your home. And you make no monthly mortgage payments. It's a loan designed just for older Americans, and it's helped hundreds of thousands to live a more stable, secure retirement and stay in the home they love.
That's a nice place.
AAG is the leader in reverse mortgages. Call us today for your free information.
Free
It will
information.
answer all your questions and help you decide if a reverse mortgage is right for you and how to qualify.
I know what you're thinking. I did too. I felt the same way. But I checked it out, and I found out a lot more. It's pretty simple. A reverse mortgage from AAG can give you the retirement stability you're looking for. Maybe you want to check it out.
If you're 62 or older and own your own home, give AAG a call to receive your free information kit. You'll receive the information you're looking for, as well as tell you how much cash you may qualify for. Call 1-800-816-7908 today.
AAG, bringing stability to your retirement.
All right, late adulthood, 60 plus breakdown. The psychoanalytical theory of this commercial points out difficult financial situations that can be rationally mediated to produce the accomplishment of desires by use of the product. So, your retirement isn't going as planned because maybe you didn't plan well enough for retirement. Well, here you go. Here's the solution. You just call up AAG, get your free information kit, and with the reverse mortgage loan, you'll get more money to do the things you want, buy the things you want, feel more comfortable. That's what they're selling. Behavior modification. This product is conveyed to produce the desires of life while negating many of the financial implications associated with retirement and late adulthood. So, they're trying to promote people getting this reverse mortgage loan to stop the financial problems that are occurred in retirement and late adulthood. So this is a way to make money off of your investment. operant conditioning, this voluntary response of utilizing the information and the product is strengthened by imagery of desired outcomes. Tom Selleck, he's got this nice loft apartment. I mean, wouldn't you want to live like that? I mean, he's doing it because of his reverse mortgage loan. Social cognitive learning theory. The use of a prominent cultural figure is relatable to the target group. Shows the humility of the company with the realities that not everyone in retirement is flourishing. So they use Tom Selleck, and it suggests that he got the reverse mortgage loan. I don't believe that he did, but it suggests that he did. And the whole point of that is to say, hey, this guy, this prominent figure, he needed some help too. So if I'm an average Joe, it's totally reasonable to think that I probably need some help as well. So I should probably call and figure it out. Then Piaget's theory of cognitive development, the use of lifelong knowledge is reinforced with the scientific knowledge of this commercial to provide a solution to a problem that any individual can succumb to, thus also eliminating the concept of embarrassment for those who participate in the sold product. So scientifically, if you're having financial struggles, you want to get more money to eliminate them. Here's an avenue. Here's an idea. Here's a company that's offering this idea. Give them a call. Find out. And then, through Tom Selleck, they eliminate the concept of the embarrassment. It makes it sound like it's a very positive thing and not like a last resort in this commercial. In summary, it is a reasonable conclusion that human development is a vital role in developing a profitable marketing strategy. There are clear correlations between development theories and the framework that goes into creating a commercial to market a product or idea. The most common angles seem to be aimed at using comparable models, aim at the target group's id factor, and manipulation through imagery, verbal choices, and humility. They make it seem like it's so easy. All you have to do is get the product, and all these things are going to fall in line. You'll get the things you want. You'll do the things you want to do. It'll be easy. And here are people your age or that you may know that made it happen, so you can do it too. Acknowledgements, YouTube, it's where I got the videos. I am not a salesperson or a representative of AAG, Prudential, the reality cost movement, or any of the products on the middle childhood segment. Those are just things I found on YouTube to prove my points. Pearson Revel, gained a lot of the information from the class off the Pearson Revel. And then Lumen Learning, I use this to kind of help break down Piaget's or Freud's psychoanalytic theory. There's a link. It's helpful. And again, I'm not a salesperson, but there is a connection between all of these things. Thank you for your time.